So, my lovely Discord has informed me of some of the content in the Kent Hovind stream from last night. And I'm going to really try to pull a Matt Dillahunty and keep my zen here today. Because over the weekend, between Matt Powell and Hovind's idiocy, I got a little ticked off. And, it's righteous indignation, but still. So I'm going to try to keep it calm, keep cool, keep things mellow. I just want to preface this by saying, though, if people remember on his Sunday stream, this prick of a worthless man that is Kent Hovind thought, in his infinite fucking wisdom, it would be great to talk at length about circumcision and the like, while we know a girl somewhere around the age of 10, roughly, just from a glance, is in Genesis Baptist Church in Lenox, Alabama, listening to this crap because she was part of a group singing beforehand. So this man is slowly getting more and more unhinged by the day. And part of me kind of loves it, and part of me finds it absolutely mortifying the way this man talks and behaves. But these bigots, these scum that are these right-wing nut jobs, these evangelical zealots, the bigotry, hypocrisy, all of the above, just when they feel they can get away with it, they show their true colors. And I think that's part of what Kent's doing, is he's just more and more showing who he truly is as a person. And that's why these videos are done, is to show, to point out his behaviors. Not just that he's wrong about science, not just that he's wrong theologically, both in the church and outside of it, but just that he is truly a terrible human being. But that's an ad hom. Yeah, because that's the point. So, as I said, prefacing this, I'm going to try to keep my zen, going to try to relax, keep it cool. Kid's going to say some shit that pisses me off. I know he's going to. It'll be okay. We're going to make it through this. And I titled this video this way to ensure that as many Hovindites as possible see it. And Kent will probably do another, oh, look at all these random videos where people say I'm racist. I'm not racist. I've never seen a black man, never seen a white man. Rah! And all his usual bullshit. So without further ado, gotta say hi to Joe. How you doing, buddy? Rosina, thank you for coming. Mithril's here. What is up? Laura, I'm here, but I don't know how long I'm going to stay because I love my friends. We'll try to make it good, Laura. I'm happy you're here, but don't stay if you don't feel the urge. I know you've been feeling a lot recently, as we all have, and I've got a lot of crap going on my own end. Things are getting better, but they're also kind of crappy in their own little short-term way. But I'm not going to let it bring me down. No, not today. Not this, not anything. Played a little Guild Wars earlier. A lot of things are going good. Stuff's coming together finally. So this is a 45-minute video from Hovind. He's been getting longer and longer with these. And of course, I forgot to mention that it's Abraham Part 4. Because of course it is. Because he takes literally, let's see, 45, an hour and a half, 3 hours to talk about one Bible character. And by talk about one Bible character, it's bring up a few points about them and then go on about whatever. With Aaron, he talked about Moses more. With Abraham, he spent more time talking about uncircumcised dick and stuff. Did I mention? Let me just rub it in that he was talking about, circumcision and shit. And dicks and the whole thing of people, the whole Lot's daughters or whatever, taking advantage of him with a 10-year-old girl there. Yeah, that's the good book. You're afraid of the drag queens and the trans people corrupting the youth and telling them horrible stuff. Can't get mad. Can't break my zen. Haven't even started the video. Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Kent Hovind here in the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in slightly chilly Lenox, Alabama tonight.
No one cares how the weather in Lenox, Alabama is, you geezer. There we go. See, I'm doing good so far.
It is January the 12th. Did I get it right? Man, busy day. Okay. We're going to be talking about Abraham one more time. Maybe one more time after.
Kent, the amount of stuff you've actually said about Abraham proper and telling the character's story has consisted of only enough material to maybe fill one good 30-minute stream if you were focused. Also, I'm going to take this opportunity to point out that the fact that Hovind cannot create any kind of quote-unquote lesson plan, which is what these would be, to any degree of value, indicates that he was never a teacher of any actual status. That teacher implied he filled the role of an instructor because the people he was around needed him to, because they wouldn't send their kids to real school because they might learn, about reality, and we can't have that.
There's a lot in the Bible about this guy, Abraham, the father of the Jews and the Arab nations. We'll get into that in a minute. Okay, let's see. We're on.
Yes, I'm sure we will.
Bunch of different channels. We're on Facebook, on Rumble, on X. I have our own TV app, KentHovind.tv, on Instagram and on TikTok, and a few atheists that worked so hard and snuck around behind the scenes. Hey, we got to get Hovind banned off YouTube. Thank you so much.
No, it's no big cabal. Emma Thorne pointed stuff out, and that got the GBC channel taken down, which was a valid takedown because you had already been banned from your other channels, and thus you as a person was banned because of a combination of medical misinformation and buying subscribers, both violations of YouTube's terms of service.
You wasted a whole lot of effort, and actually,
no, really didn't.
Actually made us spread out even further.
No, we really didn't.
Thank you. Okay, and people are still putting my stuff up on YouTube, so.
Look at the arrogance and the way this body language. Like, people are still putting my stuff up on YouTube. Yes, with the water. Hovind. It's like, okay, and people been doing that. You're not going to magically stop them. That isn't the goal. You don't understand how anything works. I know that goes without saying, but you truly don't. What the fuck was that? Good fucking God. Overgrown ass man child. This is pathetic. Kent, you are the most pathetic person I've ever seen, and you're about to turn 73. My God, grow up.
Okay. All right, let's see. Abraham, part 4. Our 16th, April 16th is our 10-year anniversary of getting this property donated to us. We want to have the Noah's Ark done by then. If you're bored, get up here and help us finish the Ark. We got lots to do.
No, I'd rather find new novel uses for my BSD box setting in the room with the HVAC system. That seems like a lot better use of my time when I'm extremely bored. Thank you.
Okay. 7 apartments to put in there. I still can't figure out why they call them apartments when they're together. Anyway, okay. This coming up 2 weeks from today. Aaron.
Hey, Kent, if I had to take a guess, it might be the idea, it might relate to the root concept of a partition, in that these things are partitioned. So it could be a concept of they're partitioned apart from one another, that things are isolated, kept separate or apart. I know it's just a joke, but if you were the kind of thinker you think you are, you wouldn't make those kinds of jokes because your brain would automatically try to answer the question. But your brain doesn't really work, and it sure as hell doesn't want any answers to questions. Not unless they're in Genesis. Oh, wait, wrong group.
Spencer, this trial in Lone Oak, Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, totally forgot about this chode monkey.
What a crazy situation that is. If you don't know about jury nullification, I covered that in yesterday's show.
Yes, I did something that's borderline illegal on camera because, just tell them, don't they'll just do another group, dumbass.
Any one juror, don't say a word to anybody. Just when it comes, listen to the whole trial, don't say nothing. When it comes time, if you don't think the law was fair, or you don't think it's being applied fairly, you can just simply say not guilty. Yeah, but you saw the evidence. The rest of the jurors will try to get mad at you and talk you out of it. Just hold your ground. Just say not guilty. That
Kent Hovind relaying the plot of 12 Angry Men, except for that film, there's actually a point, and if you haven't seen the film, watch it. Or if you prefer, watch the King of the Hill episode 12 Pretty Darn Angry Men? Or something like that. It's a Thanksgiving episode actually, where they go and do a mower focus group in was it Houston? No, Dallas. I don't know. Wherever it is, it doesn't fucking matter. It's Texas. It's King of the Hill. It's gonna be Texas. Except that one time they were in Memphis, but the show's budget was cut, so at that point they didn't do any research on Memphis. Um, I should do a whole piece on that one. Anyway, point is, it's the same basic story, and it's a fun episode of King of the Hill. But if not, watch the film 12 Angry Men, and it's a good one too. We watched it in middle school, and I appreciated it a lot.
stops everything right there. One person can stand up. I think Daniel did that. Shadrach, it was one person stand up. Okay, this is the guy. He killed the man who was abusing his 14-year-old daughter, and had a long record of abusing her. And he went and ran him off the road and killed him. And now he's being on trial in 2 weeks. So we're going to go up there and see what we can do to help.
Ran him off the road. Okay, Kent. What the fuck? How many people did he endanger doing that? What the hell, man?
One juror can stop this insanity. The prosecutor, the judge are going to ramble on and on and on. The law is clear. You must obey the law. No, one juror can say, no, I'm not. I'm saying not guilty. Okay. You think the law was bad?
Oh, Claude, the Bible doesn't matter as long as you believe in Jeebus. It's all cool.
Shouldn't apply. Smile, nod your head, try to look intelligent, keep quiet, and vote not guilty. You never.
Yeah, I'm still going to go on the thing that this is potentially jury tampering. Although it's unlikely anyone who involved in this case will know Hovind still. If he goes and starts saying that shit and talking to random people about this stuff while they're up there, oh man, if Hovind gets arrested on January 26th, that'll be great.
Never need to say why. Don't need to say anything to anybody. Why did you vote not guilty? And walk out. Okay. Anyway, unless an emergency comes up here at DAL.
Yeah, that's not how it works, Kent. You'll be sequestered. Enjoy your $5 a day in your free hotel room.
Joseph and I will be going up there to Lone Oak, Arkansas, to attend the trial and support Aaron Spencer. We tried to get a hold of him. Joseph, any progress on that?
Also, why are they so obsessed with this guy? It's just out of the blue, like an obsession with him. Does he owe Kent money? Is that it?
No, I'm sending an email out today.
Trying to get him, if you know him up there.
Also, yes, they're going to be way too close to Memphis for my comfort. There's Little Rock, which is actually a beautiful city. I've drove through it at night. God, it's beautiful crossing the river. But here's Memphis. In fact, I'm right about there. There you go. I just doxed myself. I'm right there at that little dot. Actually, am I? Yeah, I'd be about right there on my mouse cursor. Anyway, let's continue.
Look, we want to have him on our show here now. Okay, we want to help him and support him. Hopefully, one juror knows about jury nullification. It's a very simple process. Any one person can do it. Any one of the jurors. So please,
and they just act like it's a get out of jail free card. Hovind.
Study that out. Okay, let's see. We are here at Genesis Baptist Church, old-fashioned, independent, temperamental, right-wing, radical, chicken-eating Baptist Church. We believe the Bible is true. Evolution is stupid. God made everything in 6 days, just like he said in the book here. Everything. That includes dinosaurs made in those 6 days. Okay, and we believe the evolution theory is the dumb.
Someone in the audience couldn't take it. You heard that bang. Oh, there goes Jim Bob.
Dumbest and most dangerous religion in the history of the world. Prove me wrong. Okay. Anyway, let's see. I want to go to right here. Oh, come down. We'll be your family for any holiday. If you don't have a family, come join us here. We'll take you right in, put you to work. World's largest horseshoe crab now has a new
here we go. Rob tried to correct Wikipedia.
home. We never got a name for it. Some people suggested their mother-in-law's name.
I didn't.
You didn't, Joseph? Okay. We need lots of help to finish the arc by April 16th. Come on down.
Oh, he stopped whining about Rob trying to update that. Very good.
Electrical wiring, plumbing, sheetrock, If you want to get some stuffed animals for our ark, please do. To a pair of any kind of animals. We'll put a pink and a blue ribbon on them or paint them pink and blue. Let's see. Help us to open for free. Join our 777 Club. Dr. Dino.
And if you want to help keep my stuff free, which it's not really, I mean, it is free. It's an ads. I got the Ko-Fi link, coffee link, buy me coffee. That would actually help a lot. A couple extra shekels in the pocket instantly. They go straight to PayPal, and that'll take the edge off of something that I'm going to be paying tonight. There's a QR code up in the corner as well if you want to help out on that end. Just if you're able to, it's all cool. If not, you're still awesome.
.com. Go there. Right there is the website. If you can give any, just whatever God lays on your heart. We trust Him to supply. We're open for almost coming up on 10 years, April 16th. Okay, we're on slide number 662. Abraham, part 4. What do we know about this guy so far? He was one of the top.
Nothing, because you won't shut up about, God's factory recall on the dick.
Top 3 worst sinners in history. We covered that yesterday. He messed up badly when he took Lot with him. This resulted in the Moabites and the Ammonites that never should have been born, and they caused trouble since then, okay? He messed up badly again. He was 86.
Almost like Republicans.
And he listened to his wife and married Hagar and had Ishmael, creating the entire Arab race today, Arab nation world today, okay? He believed God, and he was made righteous in God's eyes.
Man, honestly, that would be a waste of 2 perfectly good plushies, though, because they'd burn them. It'd be so funny to see the looks on their faces when they open it, but man, they would disrespect those plushies so much. And Baffy is fucking adorable.
You covered that yesterday. All you gotta do is believe, Lord, I trust you. He wants us to trust Him. Okay, so here we are, chapter 18. The Lord appeared unto him in the.
Okay, Kent. If the piece of shit exists, I trust them. There you go. Problem solved. I outsmarted your God. Eat a dick.
Plains of Mamre. And he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day. By the way, it's good to take a break once in a while, okay? It's okay, take a break. Look, sit down. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door and bowed himself toward the ground and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Probably didn't get too many visitors out there at all, but knowing this is probably God coming here to visit him. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on. For therefore are ye come to your servant. Abraham, being a good host, hey, you guys kept coming by here, I'll take care of you. I'll give you some water, something to eat. And they said, So do as thou hast said. Does this mean God eats if he wants to? Jesus got thirsty and got tired and went to sleep in the boat. He actually became a man. It says he was in all things.
Oh, Tubian with information. I actually think this Aaron Spencer has a case. What Kent doesn't say in his rambling, stumbling way is this guy had taken his daughter and had her in the truck. Fascinating. Thank you for the info. Can't believe I missed that a sec ago.
Things tempted like everything we are, yet without sin. And Abraham hastened unto the tent, unto Sarah, and said, Make ready quickly 3 measures of fine meal, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth. One guy took.
And yeah, perfectly fine point right there. From Tubian. Arab race? I thought races don't exist, Hovind. He's never seen a white man, he's never seen a black man, but he's sure as hell seen Arab men, apparently. He probably really likes Arab men, if you know what I mean, which is cool. There's some guys out there from the Middle East, but, you protest a bit much, Kent. That's all I'm saying.
Told me his wife treated him. How did he say that?
Oh, wait, he's not into Arabian men. He's more into Arabian horses, I'm sure, if you know what I mean.
She always needs the dough. Or something like that. I forget.
Misogyny.
Okay. Abraham ran unto the herd and fetched a calf, tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hasted to dress it. You mean God eats meat? A carnivore? Yeah. Vegetarian is the Cherokee Indian word for bad hunter. Mm-hmm. And he took butter and milk and...
That joke isn't funny, Kent, and I would consider it racist in its own right.
The calf which he had dressed and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat. And they said unto him, Where is Sarah, thy wife? He said, Behold, in the tent. And he said, apparently just one of these men is talking. He said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life, and lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. And Sarah heard it in the tent door which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age. Abraham's 99, Sarah is 89. And it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women. Therefore,
Viking Dad with, I still think Kent tried to diddle Matt Powell and that's why he left. Wouldn't fucking surprise me at all.
Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? She called him my Lord. See, this is an attitude that you have to have. I preached a sermon years ago in high school to the kids, and I've used it several times, about the curveball. When you throw a curveball, you grip it just right, and when you throw it, it spins. It goes straight for a while, and then all of a sudden it curves off. The curveball, special way you got to throw it. What's happening, the ball has those little seams on it, and if you're spinning it just right, those seams will trap air. But it can't affect the movement of the ball until it slows down to a certain speed. So if it goes from, say, 85 mile an hour down to 83, all of a sudden the air pressure can affect it.
Hovind sharing the quintessential knowledge of the boomers.
Some people have a spin on them. They're not going off
Like Hovind.
yet, but you can tell they're going to. A good batter can see the ball coming and say, that one's going to curve. You ever met anybody you can just tell something's wrong? This, I don't know what it is, but this one's going to go off track. He's got a spin on him.
Yeah, everything with you's got a spin on it, Kent. You're definitely going to go off track. Also, everyone enjoying the potato quality stream? DAL internet at its finest.
Okay, so this Sarah had an attitude that Abraham is my Lord. Small L, he's not God. But when women have that attitude, honey, you're the boss. I'll do what you say. That makes a man just work like is unbelievable to please that woman. They want to be.
No comment. Wait, no, I do have a comment. You've never pleased a woman in your life, Kent.
Respected. Like Colossians 3, 1 Peter 3, and Ephesians 5 talk about how the wife is to submit to the husband. And it says, let the wife see that she reverence her husband. Men want to be respected. Yeah, okay. She said, my Lord. We see this in 1 Peter chapter 3, God talking about husbands and wives. Likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husbands. If any obey not the word, they may also without the word be won by the conversation of the wife. By the way, husbands, it's not your job to make her submit. If she don't want to, you're stuck. Okay? It's her job to submit. It's your job
I wouldn't take marital advice from somebody divorced 4 times.
to love her. It's your job to understand her. Good luck with that one, okay? Whilst they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. Whose adorning, let it not be the outward adorning of plaiting the hair and wearing of gold and putting on of apparel. He's saying, you don't want a woman that only tries to attract you with her jewelry or clothing or looks. You want one? But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit. That's the kind of woman you want, which is in the sight of God of great price. For after this manner in old time, the holy women also who trusted in God adorned themselves, being in subjection to their own husbands. That's the best ornament you can wear, subjection. Even as Sarah.
Oh, yes. How could I forget? 4-time divorcee with a history of domestic violence.
Obeyed Abraham.
And child abuse. Real class act, this Kent Hovind. Wait, without the CL. Dechlorinated Hovind. It's real ass act. It did the thing it did. Hang on, let me go back. There we go. Alt-DV. Okay, we're good.
Calling him Lord. The only woman mentioned as the perfect example to follow. She said, my Lord. Okay. And the Lord said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I of a surety bear a child which am old? Is there anything too hard for the Lord? What a thought. Did it ever occur to you that nothing ever occurred to God?
Do it, my man.
The Lord said, at the time appointed, I will return unto thee according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. Then Sarah denied, saying, I laugh not. She was a good woman when she said, he's my Lord, but they all have a few flaws, don't they, brother? Yeah, okay, okay. And he said, Nay, but thou didst laugh. And the men arose from thence and looked towards Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said,
And they picked up some fly honeys.
Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do? Oh, Joy.
What? She about to back that thing up.
Can you go to the science center, get the sulfur balls? Just a couple of them, okay?
Oh, here we go. Ken's going to show us his sulfury balls. Well, this is from Sodom and Gomorrah. This is Jesus' Bible crush doing it. Yeah.
I apologize for that.
Oh my God, it's a miracle. They muted his fucking coughing. Apologize for that. There's a T in there, you fucking idiot. That.
Anyway, verse 18. Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. So the Lord saying, should I tell Abraham what I'm going to do? He needs to know, because he's going to be a great blessing to the whole world. He needs to know this stuff, okay? For I know him. He will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord. Does God know that you dads are going to be the right kind of dad and make your kids?
Does the fucker know? You act like he knows everything and is everywhere at all time and outside of time, so you tell me if the fucker knows. Moron.
Obey, and they're going to turn out right? Does God know that about you? Read that now. God said, I know him. He will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment. Does God know that about you? Do you do it? That the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous. What was their sin that was very grievous?
Kent. It's grievous, not grievous. There is no I. God fucking damn, you illiterate cunt.
You ever hear about the word sodomy? Yeah.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Homosexuals, that's what their sin was. God said it's grievous to him. And I will go down now and see whether they have done according to the cry of it, which has come unto me.
I'm not going to get into details. Suffice it to say, Kent forgets that straight people can do things. You want to hear stories, Kent? I got stories. You like smut? I can tell you some stories.
And if not, I'll know it. And the men turned their faces from thence and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before the Lord. Abraham stood in the way. He knows his nephew Lot is down there. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place?
Wow, we're getting, the Sodom and Gomorrah story. And yeah, I mean, I guess since it does involve Abraham, this kind of works, but still.
For the 50 righteous that are there? Lord, what if there's 50 good people? That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should also be as the wicked. That be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? I love that. And the Lord said to him, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. I wonder if God can find enough righteous.
Oh, yeah. Good point again from Tubian. Tubian's on fire today. Yeah, straight people can do things, and not all gay men do that. True.
Just people in America to spare us the judgment we need. I hope so. And Abraham answered and said, behold, now I've taken unto me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Here I am talking to God, and I'm nothing but
He's butt dust.
Dust and ashes. You got him there? Oh, thank you, brother. You are a Gentile and a scholar, and there aren't too many of us left. Okay.
Eat 9 millimeters of lead, Kent.
There we go. Okay.
Excuse me, a 9 millimeter round object weighing approximately 115 to 124 grain in the old measuring scale. Just please consume that object. It's great for your digestion.
He said, talking to the Lord, peradventure, there shall
Remember, what was his name? Isaac Newton who drank mercury? Yeah.
lack 5 of the 50 righteous. What if there's only 5 missing, Lord, out of the 50? Wilt thou destroy all the city for the lack of 5? And he said, if I find 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. Apparently God knows math. Okay, 50 minus 5. Okay. And he spake unto him yet again. He said, peradventure there shall 40 be found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. This peradventure, this word is used 32 times in the Bible. Well,
I'm going to counter Kent's disgusting perversion with humorous perversion from our lovely audience. Riaz points out that there's nothing gay people do that straight people don't, except for men who can't find it. Remember, a sodomy just defined as anything that can't lead to procreation.
English word used a bunch of times in just this one chapter. Peradventure, maybe. What if by chance? Okay. Hovind theory. Abraham is a Jew trying to make.
Oh my God! Here it is. Here it is. Here it fucking is. This is what Rosina spoiled for me. This is where it gets bad. We're already off to a tremendous start here, people. Before we get into the racist bullshit going on from this anti-Semitic Zionist, I should stress that every time Kent has Hovind theory, he's trying to add to the word, which is a sin.
Could deal with God.
That's racist.
He knew his nephew had at least 4 daughters and 2 were married. So you got Lot plus his wife plus 4 daughters plus 2 husbands. That equals 8. Lot had been there for 20 years in Sodom. Abraham probably figured surely he led 2 people to the Lord in 20 years. I'll try to Jew God down to 10.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right. I've got a palate cleanser. Let me just share the tab instead. All right. We're just going to watch the first little meme part.
Don't be racist. I am a building.
I would love to play the whole thing, but I want to stay focused on this. I just had to throw "Don't be racist" on a building in there.
That's where we get the expression, Jew him down. Okay.
You're fucking racist. It's amazing that you'll say shit like that, Kent, but talk shit about how the Nazis were inspired by evolution when you're just playing the Jew-hating playbook. You're such a fucking piece of shit. Just incredible how absolutely out of touch you are. And yet somehow people think you're the good guy and I'm the bad guy in our interactions, tacit as they may be. I should call you right now and say you're a racist piece of shit, but I don't feel like interacting with you. Ever. But at some point I need to before you kick the bucket. Just matter of public record.
Abraham's interaction with God, this is from AI. Abraham's interaction with God regarding Sodom is often described as a profound example of bold yet humble intercession. In Genesis 18, Abraham engages in a dialogue with God, beginning by asking whether God would spare the city if 50 righteous people were found there, and progressively bargaining down to 10. This exchange is not transactional negotiation, but a demonstration of faith and trust in God's righteousness. God, I trust you to be righteous. You won't kill everybody if there's 50 righteous people. It's a demonstration of faith and trust in God's righteousness, as Abraham appeals to God's character rather than attempting to buy favor. The narrative reveals that God, though already aware of Sodom's fate, chooses to engage Abraham in this conversation, allowing him to test the limits of divine justice and mercy.
But why?
God agrees to spare the city if 10 righteous individuals are found, though in reality, no such number exists. This interaction is interpreted by some as divine invitation to persistent prayer. This story can tell us, hey, just keep praying. God, would you please do this? Would you keep begging him? Reflecting Jesus' teaching on persistence through parables like the friend at midnight came knocking on the door, I got to have some food for my friends, and persistent widow. Abraham's persistence is not seen as irreverent, but as a model of boldness rooted in humility. Theological interpretations vary. Some people think this is an AI-generated answer. Some view the exchange as a test of.
Yep, it's AI. We got the little citation right there. And what did wife number 5? Oh, she just said, don't forget to like and share. Yeah, don't forget to like and share my video. Me, Lord Yamato, the only Lord you should care about, because I'm real.
Of Abraham's faith and a demonstration of God's willingness to be approached. God's willing, bring your request. While others emphasize God's ultimate plan was not altered, as he already knew the outcome. Nevertheless, the story underscores God's desire for relationship and intercession. With Abraham.
Really? Desires oh, yes, of course, with Abraham, because, we only like certain kinds of people.
Abraham serving as a type of Christ, advocating for others before God. Ultimately, the account illustrates that prayer is not merely about securing a desired outcome, but upon deep.
You missed a lot of it, Chris, but there's still plenty more video to go. So we'll see how much of a prick he can be.
Deepening one's understanding of God's character and justice. Anyway, verse 30. And he said unto him, Oh, let not the Lord be angry. I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, Behold, now I've taken unto me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall 20 be found there. 398, 298, whatever. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. He said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak it, but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned into his place. What do we know about Abraham? God thought of him as a friend. God went to meet with him. Abraham was a great host. God trusted him to be a good father and control his kids. He had a godly, submissive wife. He was able to Jew God down from 50 to 10. I like that. I think we also know, when Abraham finally realized why God had told
Good God, this sucks.
him not to bring Lot 20 years ago. God had told him not to bring his family. He did. And now Lot moved into Sodom. And Abraham's finally realizing, oh, that's why you told me.
Ignoramus. I like it.
Not to bring him. How many of you ever realized too late, that's why they told me to do this? That's why they say check your oil. I see. As the car engine
Aren't you just supposed to check oil? Not your oil. You just check oil.
blows apart. When you finally realize why they told you not to start smoking 20 years ago, well, when you finally realize why they told you not to start drinking, I've never tasted it. I saw them in high school.
My ass. Huh. When you finally realize all the atheists telling you church was bullshit were right, and it's any number of things.
So my buddy's getting all bragging about going out and getting drunk, and I said, I'm just not going to taste it. Never touched it.
Fucking square.
When you finally realize why they told you not to take drugs. I see people all the time that have ruined their life with drugs. I'll say, if you had all the money back you ever spent on drugs, what could you buy? Oh.
I've seen lots of people who've ruined their lives with religion. If you had all the money you spent on religion back, what would you do?
The whole state of Alabama. Yeah. Just don't start. Someday you will finally realize why God told you to discipline your children. You'll finally get it. Oh, that's why. When you finally realize why.
Ooh, veggie chicken soup. That sounds good.
You should have received Christ as your Savior.
And if you're just listening to this stream, because some people do that, after the fact, sorry that you miss a lot of the comments, but that's why it's great to watch as well. I mean, if you can, otherwise you my context.
Here. Well, it's up to you. I'd rather foresee the evil and hide myself, like it says in Proverbs.
Then why don't you hide yourself from the rest of the world for good, Kent? Just disappear. Everyone would be a lot better off if you weren't continuing your shtick. You just retired and lived in your little evil compound in peace. But you won't do that. You'll keep being a piece of shit till the day you croak, and then probably for a time after.
Like two men walked into a bar and the third one ducked. Mm-hmm.
Wow, way to abuse that laptop, Kent.
You see what's
It's okay, though. You didn't pay your own hard-earned money for it. Donors did.
coming. If you keep going on the way you're going right now, some of you have habits that are they're gonna haunt you and destroy you. You know they are. Well, duh. What's it going to take? It's up to you. All right.
Well, duh. Well, duh.
Questions and comments real quick, Joseph?
Okay, so we are at 21 minutes into a 45-minute stream. I'm going to leave it to a vote from, again, my lovely audience as to whether or not you wish to continue or if we're done here. Because we all know it's just going to be the Kent Hovind jerk-off club. But there's always a chance, you know. A chance of something interesting happening. So let me know. Sober when he beat his wives and kids. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Kent was perfectly sober for that shit. All the money back, buy a house. That's crazy, Laura. But yeah, well, duh. Yeah. But let me know if you, oh shit, is that E Bliss? I hadn't seen you in a while. Hey. Okay, Claude is saying continue, so there's got to be something good in here. Really hate when he does the advice segments because no shit they shouldn't have started, but that doesn't help them now. Yeah. All right, we get additional good with continuing. Got here, so do at least a few more minutes. All right, let's. We're going long haul, baby. How long the stream been going? 42 minutes. Okay. Let's do this. I am going to speed up Hovind to 1.5, just for the sake of it. Just to 1.5, just to get a little better.
What's your take on God has chosen his elect from the foundations of the world? Well, God already knows what's going to happen. He has already decided he wants everybody saved. He chose them. Now, that not all of them chose him.
Then he can just make it so. He never asked our consent on anything else. Why the fuck does he care now?
It's like you're hanging, drowning in quicksand, and God reaches down, holds his...
You're drowning in quicksand. You don't drown in quicksand, Kent. So I'm going to go down to 1.25.
Hand out. Oh, here, I'll help you. But you don't reach up and grab the hand. Okay. He's not willing that any should perish. There's no such thing as God predetermining. This Calvinist doctrine is heresy. Okay. Get the book, Why I'm Not a Calvinist, on our website up there. I think God has chosen everybody to be saved, but not everybody's chosen him. And if anybody goes to hell, it's 100% their fault, not God's fault.
Yeah, except your deity is the one who determines the conditions and creates the criteria and does nothing to resolve the issue. No, your God is the one who sends people. Fuck you.
He did everything he could do. There you go. Why I'm Not a...
No, he fucking didn't, you dumbass prick.
Calvinist. Great book. Okay, let's see. Bazawambat. Ooh. Wikipedia has now corrected the large horseshoe to dinosaur in Linux. Yay.
Wikipedia didn't correct it. People editing Wikipedia have done that. You fucking moron.
There's only one N in our Linux. Linux in Massachusetts has two N's. So now you got to correct the Linux.
There's another one from Wombat.
Wombat. Sorry for ringing you at 3 a.m. Was surprised you're awake and alert. Clock's upside down here in Australia. Was that you? I answered the phone. Hello?
No, it was just some random ass other person who happened to call you at 3 a.m., you fucking idiot.
They say, Brother Hovind, you answered the phone. Yeah,
Oh, God. Yeah, this is why. Oh, man. Here we go. Round 2.
It rang. I thought you're supposed to do that.
You know what? We're going slow speed for this one because this is going to be some good shit. And by good shit, I mean fucking horrible.
What's your take on Iran, Israel, and Iran
Also, Kent, it's not Iran, it's Iran.
today? I think it's all prophetically spelled out carefully in Book of Daniel and Book of Revelation, Ezekiel, Jeremiah. They all told us it's going to happen. It's about to come unglued. We'll just see. Wars and rumors of wars. Okay, Rot G.
As if wars and rumors of wars and all kinds of stuff haven't existed for all of human civilization.
If I tell people they only have to believe in Jesus to go to heaven, but do not mention the confessed sins or call upon his name, that'd be a false teaching. That's a tough line to draw. You have to have, you come to God asking him for his forgiveness for sins. But if you don't think you sinned, well, your prayer is not genuine. That's why when I lead.
Oh, yes, but, you know, paying your taxes, you pay every tax you owe, but if you don't believe you owe certain taxes, then it's fine. Double standards. Wasn't for them, some people would have no standards.
People in a prayer, first of all, I tell them, you're a sinner. You've broken God's laws. We just read the 10 Commandments. Don't steal. You ever stolen anything? Yeah. Don't lie.
Okay, Ray Comfort. Keep going, you fucker. You've broken all of my laws. I judge thee guilty. I'm more real than your God, so you should. Oh man, that's a fucking. Look at that deranged ass face. That's a motherfucking thumbnail right there. I judge you guilty under my laws, so fuck you.
I ever lied? Yeah.
I would send you to hell, but you're already there. The ass crack of Alabama.
Well, you already told me you're a lying thief. Okay, you're a sinner. Once they admit you're a sinner, when I was lifeguard, if I jumped in and grabbed people and dragged them out of the pool that did not think they were drowning, they did not appreciate it. But when they think I'm drowning, they appreciate it when you jump in and get them. Yeah, they're glad. So if a person says, "Lord, I'm a sinner,"
yeah, except the drowning is an actual thing that actually happens. The water is actually real. The situation is real. It's not some bullshit you just came up with out of your ass, like all these motherfuckers did with your God concepts. Also, holy fuck, you really did just pull the Ray Comfort handbook. Do y'all have anything original, or do y'all just copy each other constantly? I already know the answer. Ask it rhetorically.
they're qualified. They're ready to go. God's ready to jump in and save them. So, see, if you're not careful, though, you add your repentance and your confession saved you. No, it didn't. The blood of Jesus Christ saved you. Your confession only admits you realize you're drowning. That's all. And that confession ain't going to get you out of the pool. Okay? Lawyer. Lover. Okay. What's your thoughts on Van Allen belt?
Oh my fucking god. Doesn't know shit about the Van Allen belts. There's nothing good but like show. Oh, so Claude just wants to watch more Yamato. That's what it is. Okay.
Belt theory with God and the firmament and NASA with space. That's a broad.
Bliss, thank you. If you are able to share some shekels, well, shit, there's a link it for fucking Ko-Fi in the description and on the QR code up there. You know, if you can, as a bit of appreciation. Sorry to beg for money, but I got a big thing coming up. I need to pay for a big thing coming up. I got something coming up that I've got to fadangle some money for.
Topic. I think that there is certainly around our earth.
And no, Kent has never acknowledged me fixing the name. I bet he didn't listen to the voicemail at all, so I'm considering if I have the energy and feel like it for one of his call-in streams to actually go on and call in and ask him, did he get my voicemail? You know, does he know that I fixed that? You know, and see what he responds with.
There is an atmosphere, obviously, which it seems to be distinctly divided up into layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere.
Those are just what we call those particular sections based on their properties. It's still a gradient. Like so many other things you don't understand are gradients.
Ionosphere. I think God has designed not only the world, but designed the atmosphere. That's phenomenal in it, and space. I think some of the Van Allen belts and things around that, the magnetic field deflects a lot of radiation.
Exactly, Joe. You have not broken any of my laws. And this man is about to completely, terribly describe the Van Allen radiation belts.
That's why you get northern lights and southern lights. Van Allen belts and things around that, the magnetic field deflects a lot of radiation. That's why you get.
Oh, okay. He deviated to the magnetic field because he doesn't know a damn thing about the Van Allen radiation belts, which, by the way, were first discovered, although we didn't fully understand what the hell the data we were detecting meant, by America's first successful satellite, Voyager 1, launched on my birthday back in 1958. Technically, it was February 1st globally, but it was January 31st, 1958. So, yeah.
Get northern lights and southern lights, you know. If we didn't have that magnetic field, the radiation would come in and hit us directly, causing all kinds of more problems. Okay, so that's a whole earth science.
But that it has a lot to do with the Van Allen radiation belts, but simultaneously nothing at all in the way of you actually explaining anything because you don't know anything about this subject.
It's class in itself. I taught earth science 15 years ago.
No, you didn't.
Old school Bible believers, what do you think about the assembly theory? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Kent doesn't know theology. But Yamato, do you know what that is? No, but I don't claim to be a theologian. I claim to be some jerk on the internet, which, holy crap, I didn't say that when I started my stream. I'm sorry, everyone, but I must inform you that I am some jerk on the internet. And this is Whack-A-Hovind.
Suppose evidence for abiogenesis. Oh, they think the molecules assembled themselves and came alive? You tell them.
You think that God just existed and took dust and made a person out of it? We're not silicate, you dumbass.
I said that's stupid.
No one fucking cares what you think, dumbass.
Who do you believe is Mystery Babylon? Used to think it was Al Gore.
Kent, Rush Limbaugh's ghost called. He wants his fucking jokes back.
No, I don't know. I have to wait and see. Oh, I had them get this. This is one of the sulfur balls when it rained fire and brimstone on Sodom and Gomorrah. They found the cities, thousands of little smaller than.
Because God made the atmosphere and it's all so complicated. It's more complex than my testicles, Hovind.
A golf ball, pure sulfur, 99.9 something percent. Yeah, we got one in our museum here. Come on down. Deborah, you want a man to do something? Just tell him that's okay. I'll do it myself. It works every time.
Figure this out now.
This lady's all figured it out, hasn't she? That's okay. I'll do it. Dr. Charles Beard from TikTok. Happy early birthday. Well, thank you. 15th, a couple days coming up.
Oh, shit, Kent. Your birthday's the 15th? I thought it was the 16th. I'll make sure not to get you a present Thursday. Maybe I'll call. I legit might call him. I don't know.
Samuel, you are one of the smartest men I've ever seen.
Hang on. I need to take the chat off so you can see that. Lol, Rush Limbaugh's ghost. Ditto. Look at this shit. Look at this Sam guy fucking slobbing on Kent's knob.
Are you blind?
Yeah, you're pretty fucking stupid, Kent.
God made you one modern Christianity best asset. Well, good. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'm glad you.
Good God. I'm sorry. I'm just going to fucking say it. Christians are fucking stupid, man. I'm fucking sorry, but god damn. You get some dumbass motherfuckers.
I feel that way, but that's a lot of people smarter than me. Okay. Any recommendations on spreading the gospel online? I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. Like, is there a wrong way to plant seeds? Just fling them out. Something will grow. You never know where.
Kinda. There's optimal ways. So suboptimal could be seen as wrong depending on what your goals are. But it's all subjective, like a lot of things in the universe.
Just plant as many seeds as you can, however you can. Let God take it from there. Okay. Is it better to write posts or post videos? Do both. I just started.
S'mores, yeah, hadn't seen you in a minute. Yeah, sometime over the past week, they apparently moved Kent's desk setup. I think it's more centered now. So apparently they stuck Jesus in the corner. Yeah, so they don't have all of his stuff set up the way it was. But they made sure to put Pope Dan up there with reflections where you can't see it and whatever the fuck this foam cross bullshit is. And there's still the Shrine of Hovind on the front. Could the wind disassemble a 747 and could non-existent God put it back together? Tell me. Yes.
Started an outreach page just focusing on spreading the gospel and would love any recommendations. I think
Yeah, everyone in this chat is smarter than Kent, but that is not a hard thing to be. That being said, I'm sure if Kent was 2 or 3 times as smart as he is now, my chat would still overwhelm him.
Do what you can, and you'll quickly learn that works, that doesn't work, and then you kind of streamline your own business. Everybody's got a different calling in life. Okay.
Yeah, mine apparently is to talk shit about a 72/73-year-old hate preacher, bumfuck soft sit, 4-time divorcee, racist piece of shit, pedophile enabling asswipe who lives in the ass crack of Alabama. By the way, if anyone is interested in things that I do elsewhere, of course, there's my main website, zadar.com, forums at finalzone.net, secret bonus point, an image board where you can post stupid crap, and it's kind of like 4chan without the Nazis. Outerwall.net, I haven't linked to it, but that's a fresh BBS setup. Telnet into that, SSH into it if you want. Yeah, check out. And yeah, I do a lot of other weird shit online. So yeah.
I don't think there's a cookie cutter answer to that one. God may have something different. Some people, their ministry is commenting on the atheist channels. Just to
Yes, and we point and laugh.
poke them, You
don't poke, you're just fucking obnoxious. That's it. That's all you get. You get the same reaction as a fly buzzing around somebody's face.
idiot. You're an idiot. You should get saved. I don't know. Whatever God calls you to do. Some people say, I don't think you should call them idiots. Okay, we got a better word, stupid, moron. I don't know. Tell me what word.
But see, when we do it about Kent, we're problematic. Once again, wasn't for double standards, right?
To use.
George from TikTok, are there any mentions of currency in heaven?
Any mentions of currency in heaven?
There's no capitalism in heaven. In heaven, it's a socialist paradise where we all worship Kim Jong Jesus.
Not that I can think of.
Oh,
Well, yeah, if we're going to walk on gold.
and do you believe in the Trinity God?
The Trinity, the idea of the Father, Holy
Steve Bolin is such a fucking turd, man. My God, what a pathetic asswipe that clown is. God. This little video series on Kent is so fucking pathetic. And he actually had nerve to comment on one of my channel being like, you totally misjudged Kent. Watch this. And I'm like, no, I'm not watching your fluff piece on the biggest piece of shit I've encountered since, well, people I won't name.
Spirit. Certainly the Bible teaches that. Do I understand it? Not completely. I know
You don't understand anything.
more about it now than I used to, but I still don't understand it all. I can kind of get around the edges of this. If we could understand the infinite God in our little brain, 3-pound brain, he's not worth worshiping. So some things, the Bible teaches, like 1 John 5:7, King James. Compared to King James, 1 John, not John, but 1 John, way at the end of the Bible. 1 John 5:7 to other versions. Let me call that up real quick, Joseph. We're a little early here.
Laura with a nice tidbit of info regarding Kent's throw seed, something will grow. She says, I mean, if you plant irises, you cannot just toss the seeds out. Irises must be planted deep. My mom would dig them up every year and put the bulbs in the freezer because it's not cold enough. Fascinating. Claude says, Chris, if you're calling in to warn others about Kent in the... If your calling is to warn others about... Can I read? If your calling, referring to my calling, is to warn others about Kent in the hope that they will not be sucked in by him, if only we could have rescued Joseph. No, your calling is to warn people. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Did someone say 4chan? I remember meeting the founder once, over 20 years ago, and now I feel old. Otaku met Moot. That's pretty wild. I remember when you could go on there and you get anime pictures, and some of them they were naked, and it was cool. And now you go on there and you just see Nazis and more Nazis and Nazis who aren't Nazi enough. Questions are mind-numbingly stupid as Kent. They are. Don't know about the Bible, but Has-Been Hotel mentions heaven bucks, and I'd sooner believe that than I would the Bible. Yeah. Like, I ain't watched any Has-Been Hotel or anything of that universe, that sphere. I like the art style. I like what I see, but I just hadn't had the interest to actually watch it. And I'll take that over whatever the hell Kent's peddling. Kenneth Copeland sure hopes there's money in heaven so he can spend all eternity defrauding Christians. Yep. I'll plant my seeds deep, Hovind. Kim Jong Jesus. Yep. Which I know was structurally incorrect. Kim is the family name. So it would be Jesus, Kim, Jesus. Yeah, fuck it. It doesn't matter. I know the syntax of Korean names. East Asian names in general.
Let's see if I can find it quickly here. There we go. Look at that. Part 7. On my seminar, part 7.
He gets so surprised when shit works.
I go through this. Why you better get a King James Bible. Let's see.
Oh, yes, of course you do. Why you better get the worst Bible translation out there?
Is that? Yeah, it was right there. Okay.
Whoa, Taku says, not only met him, he autographed my How Do I Shot Web shirt. Don't know whatever happened to that. Yo, I had a shirt I'd gotten from Woot.com that was an ad for kittens. And they had like Star Trek names. It was like, you cannot resist, all this cool stuff. And I don't know where that shirt went. And it pisses me off because I fucking love that shirt.
Okay, Alt DV 2. Why King James? There we go. Down here, hyperlink. Why
Maria, you're just fucking cool. So,
King James Version? Okay.
Don't get too hung up on labels, except, the being fucking cool label.
This would take I'm not going to cover the whole thing again here. I've done it many times. But just.
Oh, I'm not going to cover the whole thing again. Read it for yourself.
The 1 John 5 verse is a classic example of just really major changes they make in these new Bible perversions. Okay. There it is. Let's see.
You know a lot about perversions, you pervert.
Yeah. Slide number 2048. 2048. You can get all my slides on a thumb drive. Joseph, when's the last time you updated my computer?
Do the slides, it needs it.
It needs it? Okay, yeah. But still. Okay, here's 1 John 5:7.
Well, Kent, all you do is type sudo apt update and like the and symbol, sudo apt upgrade, and put in the password of the account that should be in the sudoers file, and you'll update everything you need to. You might not have to odds are you won't have to reboot unless you really want to hop on the new kernel, in which case you don't have to immediately. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You're using Winblows. Says the guy who's still on a Windows 10 machine, but it's a matter of convenience. Okay, well, you could go for BSD. Then you would do as PKG upgrade, because I actually don't know what package update does in BSD. I never see it update anything like a repo entry or anything. Upgrade just seems to do it when it feels like it. Then there's the free BSD fetch update things. That's a little advanced for you, but you might get it if you live to be 200. Or here you go, Kent. Here's an Atom computer. You can hook it to your ColecoVision. Don't leave the tape in the tape drive, because when the Atom powers up, it'll erase what you got written on it, and that'll erase your PowerPoint slides, which won't fit on an audio cassette. I think Kent can handle an Atom computer.
King James. There are
This man would bitch if he fired up a Commodore 64, saw the ready prompt, and was like, why isn't it doing anything? Joseph!
3 that bear record in heaven: the Father, the Word, capital W, that's Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, the bird's the word.
And the Holy Ghost. And these 3
And Space Ghost.
are one. That's pretty clear. I don't know how that works, but that's what it says. My point is, this is what it clearly says. Here it is in the NIV, the non-inspired version. There are 3 that testify. That's it. That's the end of the verse. Took off most of it, didn't they? Let's see. How about the New American?
Oh, no, man. There's got to be something after that semicolon that probably condenses the idea. Also, you keep forgetting the fact that maybe they added shit to your stupid version. Speaking of Nazis, anyone checked on Hovind's ex-sidekick, Matt? Yeah, I mean, Bliss, yeah, you hadn't been around for a while. Go back 2 Sundays, so like my last streams. Matt was recently on some big podcast. I did a 2.5-hour thing where we went over that. I actually had done it previously, but an hour in, my internet crapped out. So that ruined that take. So if you want to check in on what Matty Powlett is saying, that was a great one to do. I still don't check Matt too often, but I do, at times. Nubifier pops up. If you're on Arch, you can update with yay-syu. I've never messed with Arch. I should install an Arch VM and just see what I can get done with it. Joseph of Kent's submissive wife. Yep. Joseph for wife number 5. Anyone? Kent talks about Bible preservations, but the King James is literally a vanity project. King James had the translators translate the Bible to favor his beliefs. Yep. Oh, look, Alucard wants in the room, and now he's going to want out 2 seconds later. don't know what the hell he was wanting. He looked at me and then just walked away.
Standard, 3 that testify.
Just like everyone I try to date. Huh.
American Standard, they left off half of it. Berean Study Bible left off. See what they're doing? Most of these study Bibles and other versions are translating.
I really wonder if somebody has.
The wrong manuscript. They're translating the Alexandrian.
Oh, but Rosina pops in with sudo software update -L-S. I'm gonna have to look into that one and see exactly where the joke is in there, because I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere.
Manuscript, and that's the problem. They're good translations. They're smart men. They know Hebrew and Greek, but they're translating the wrong book. King James, 3 that bear record in heaven, the Father, the Word, and the Holy.
Yeah, Matt and 3 Guys even more boring. That was an ordeal. I still don't think I've recovered from that one.
Ghost, and these 3 are one. New King James has it, but all the rest of them leave off the last half.
King William of Orange or King William of Peach? Or King William of Guava Melon? Joseph always was cunt's wife. He never really had a say in that. He was bought into slavery. Should 3 bear be bear like in the fairy tale?
Why? They'll say, well, because the oldest and best manuscripts didn't have that. No, they were the oldest. Now they found older ones that match the King James. But this is.
No, they didn't.
They're not the best. They're translating the Alexandrian. Watch my video number 7 for more on that.
Yes, your video number 7 that was made after they would have found the supposed things that you claim now show that the King James is somehow more accurate, even though they didn't have that original material to work with. You're just so fucking contradictory.
The literal standard says that, yeah, they got it in there. New American Bible, NET Bible, I forget what that one stands for. New English Translation. New Revised Standard.
Oh, yeah, except for the monarchy that wrote his Bible. And yeah, I know William of Orange. I just have to, be stupid. It's like Weird Al said, you gotta dare to be stupid. Count chickens before they hatch and stuff. Did Kent type his dissertation on a typewriter? I don't think so. I think it is word process. I'll have to look at it again and double check, because in case I haven't mentioned it a dozen times, I really like typewriters. I have many of them. In fact, there's one right here. That was the case it's in. There's like 3 on my bed. And one is missing right now, so I'm a little pissed. Because I have one in Elite and one in a standard typeface of the same model from the mid-40s. One is from straight up 47. I call it Roswell.
The New Heart English Bible. Webster's has it. Yay. Okay. 3 that testify. Yeah, so the Trinity is taught in the Bible. Jesus allowed himself to be.
As far as I'm aware, the pardon would have just been for cunt.
Worshipped. He allowed himself to be called God. When they came and asked him a question, he said, I am. They knew they were going to stone him. They knew he was claiming to be God. So I can show you the Bible teaches it. I can't explain it to you. I left off part of it. 3 who testify. Okay. Any more, Joseph?
Yeah, we got a few more now.
I'm reading the Bible for the first time. Have the interlinear Greek, Hebrew, and English. Is it a good Bible versus the King James? I wouldn't waste time on that to start with. You don't need to know Greek or Hebrew. King James.
I wouldn't waste time on this one you spent money on. Buy a King James. I'm surprised this man doesn't have an affiliate link selling KJVs.
James has got it 100% flawlessly accurate. Just read that one.
No.
Okay. Go down deep, stay down long, come up dry stuff later if you want.
I have several electronic typewriters and plenty of electric, as in electromechanical ones as well. Freaking love them.
Open my eyes so much. Thank you for all that you do. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Andrew. You like the microphone holder? I bet you get easily distracted on stuff, didn't you?
Oh, fuck off, Kent. My God. This person left the comment just thinking, that'll make Kent smile. And he has to go and insult them. What a fucking prick.
Like me. Teachers.
Oh, then he's like, I'm gonna make it into a self-deprecating joke like me. See, now I'm not being a rude ass. No, you're being a piece of shit, Kent.
They're teaching the lesson or counting the light bulbs in the ceiling. Who was Abel's wife? Well, they had to marry sisters. Adam married his own rib. You know, if you read the Bible, it says Adam lived after he begat.
Yes, his own rib, which would have had the same genetic material as him, therefore making Eve trans. You're complaining about sodomy, yet it seems like that would have been Adam's only real option, which means everything they popped out were butt babies.
Seth 800 years and begat sons and daughters. How many kids could you have in 800 years? Whole bunch. So how old was Seth when he got married? Bible doesn't say, but he's 105 when his son was born. So let's take that as maybe 100 years. How many kids could Adam and Eve have in 100 years? 50 easily, you know? Yeah, so they're married sisters, no problem.
That's a big question. What is Trump's Bible like? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
That beats the evolution theory, which says everybody came from...
See, no reason to bring up evolution, but he just has to. He can't just not mention it.
rock.
Yeah, it's not what it fucking says, you fucking moron.
What about praying for the dead? It's too late. They're dead. Too late. Such a great example. We're going to visit you from Florida. So, well, good. Come on up. Oh,
Be sure to count your kids. You're probably going to go back missing a couple of them.
Joseph, you said some of the, I mentioned something about tongues and some people got upset. Oh, right there. Okay. Yes, there is
I think King James had his way with Kent, and Kent really enjoyed it. So
one type of tongues that is a language on this earth of men. But there is also a tongue of angels, which no man knows, but the Holy Spirit gives utterance. I've heard this before, Daniel. I'm sorry, I have to strongly disagree. Everything I've seen, I've been studying this 57 years.
Well, you've apparently been studying it wrong, because all my sources say you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground on all of this stuff.
It's ego-driven. They want to feel like I'm spiritual, you're not.
Instead of Hovind, where I'm a church leader, you're not.
You watch anybody who says they've spoken in tongues, almost, I think many of them love the Lord as much as I do, but they get this little attitude like, I'm a little better than you because you haven't experienced what I had. There's a story in the Bible.
Yes, Kent, because their religious variation says that that is a pinnacle to achieve, as opposed to your particular variation, which just doesn't happen to have that. Whoopity fucking do. You're arguing over which version of Batman is better.
Remember Abraham, Isaac? Isaac had two sons, Jacob and Esau. Isaac was getting old and going blind. And he told his youngest son, Jacob, go get a lamb, fix it up for supper for me. I'm going to have lamb chops or whatever they had back then. And I'm going to give you the blessing. Oh, he told it to Abraham, Isaac, Esau. The mama heard it and said, Jacob, you go get a lamb. I'm going to dress it up so it tastes like Dad likes. And he put wool on the back of his hands. Remember that story? On the back of his neck? That's where we get the expression, he pulled the wool over his eyes. So,
Whoopity-doo.
Isaac was blind. Jacob goes in there, tries to talk like his brother. Hi, Dad, this is Esau. That was a deer. He wanted deer meat, okay? And so Mom fixed the lamb up to taste like deer, I guess. And so...
well, I'm fixed the lamb up to taste like deer, so we're not having deer? I mean, or we're not having lamb? I mean, come on. That's not how that works.
He said, you sound like Jacob.
Also, did deer even exist in Palestine? Are there anything that would be a deer over there?
Come here, let me feel you. He felt the back of his hand.
Ew.
He felt his neck. He said, well, you feel like Esau. And he gave him the blessing. He was tricked. Because, listen to me. He was tricked because he went by the feeling instead of by the word. What does the word...
Wow, that metaphor fucking sucks. Your story is stupid. Your Bible is stupid. This sucks. Every time I see that dinosaur down there, I think, hey, Godzilla. And what the fuck is that over there? You got fucking Shadow Man just hanging out in the corner of the picture. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Say. Not what is the feeling is. People see just the feeling. You stick your finger in a light socket, you get a feeling. Yeah. I just disagree. The Bible says, ye shall receive power. After that, the Holy Ghost has come upon you, and ye shall...
that's an interesting point. Why does it sound like he's telling a joke when he tells Bible stories? It's like, yeah, every time he really tells a story, he always says it with the same cadence. It's really telling of a serious mental deficit.
Be witnesses. You really got the Holy Spirit? Who'd you win to the Lord? Who've you witnessed to? Oh, I didn't. I ran around the church and jibber-jabbered. Okay. It's not what it says. So I strongly disagree. I cover that on video number 7 of my series. I don't want to fight these people. I think they love the Lord. I think they're going to heaven. But they get an egotistical attitude of I'm.
Ouch! From Eat Bliss, no deer or Palestinians in Palestine anymore. Oof. Ignore the shadow there, chill. Okay. You know, I can't take diphenhydramine anymore. I owe the Hat Man money. I'm seriously going to make that a shirt. I know it's already a shirt, like the Benadryl one, but I want one that, you know, can avoid trademark and branding problems.
Spiritual and you're not.
Also, all jokes aside, I've never abused diphenhydramine, but I used it for many, many years to help me sleep. Was interesting.
They'll have been saved 3 weeks, but they now they're ahead of everybody else that studied their Bible for 40 years. So. Okay. Had an ex that spoke in jibber jabber. I stopped one time and just said, "What's the point of speaking when no one understands?" Excellent. The purpose of the gift of the Holy
Jeebus Crispy understands.
Spirit was to get the gospel out. That's why in Acts 2 they spoke in 17 languages, because there were people there in the crowd from those countries. Then in Acts chapter 10, it was Cornelius, the Italian centurion. Guess what language he spoke? Yeah. And God miraculously.
Hang on, Kent. What are we talking about now?
The Italian centurion from those countries. Then in Acts chapter 10, it was Cornelius, the Italian centurion. Guess what language he spoke?
Acts 10, huh? I don't know, man. You talk about him being Italian, but a centurion? I don't know, man. Why don't you tell us what language he spoke? Seriously, I wish he would have done something. What language did he speak, Kent? Because, spoiler alert, you would probably say Italian. No, it would have still been Latin.
Yeah. And God miraculously gave the disciples the ability to speak Italian.
There we go. There we go. He fucking said it. So this is the disciples. I don't know Bible history worth a damn. I don't give a fuck about that book. We all know this. So I'm presuming this is sometime within, decades of the Jeebus Crispy stuff. So we're talking into the 50 AD period, just roundabout. Why the fuck not? Could be way sooner, could be way later. It doesn't matter. Talking about disciples. So, this is when Rome is still in an existing state and a pretty relatively strong empire. Nah, dude. No, the isolation hadn't occurred that would have created Italian. Now, obviously, the particular dialects that would form Italian were there. I don't know the details on that, but I can tell you they weren't speaking Italian. It was Latin. You fucking dumbass. Holy fuck. How does anyone think this guy knows anything? Unless I am just seriously wrong and suddenly Italian popped out of nowhere in 50 AD.
Never studied. That's the gift of tongues. Every place in the Bible where someone was speaking in tongues, it was a known language. I agree. There are no other examples I'm aware of.
Well, yeah, the idea was strange tongues. It was foreign languages to the people that they wouldn't have natively known. Even I know that. That would have been a demonstration of the capability, which actually is kind of the thing you're talking about, where you teach suddenly a guy can know a language he didn't know before. Wow.
Paul said, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels. He didn't say there were tongues of angels. He said, if I could speak with tongues of angels. How would you know? Every time angels came down to earth, they talked English or whatever, talked the language of the people.
They talked English.
Why do teachers say Jesus was 100% God, 100% man when he was here in the flesh? Jose, good question. Not a simple answer. He was 100% God, 100% man.
Kent being rude about something people hold dear. What a surprise, right?
What it teaches, okay? Tear down this wall. Hovind 2028. I don't want to run for president. You kidding? They don't want me in there. See, I try to close.
God damn it, I was muted. No one spoke Italian in Jesus' day. I didn't speak Italian there either because I was fucking muted. Language didn't exist until 1300s. Fascinating.
Down the prison system. And lots of politicians would get mad at me because they make
Prison system, wah. It's all you fucking act like you care about.
a lot of money off that stuff. Yeah. Check with your local politician or any politician or judges. Do you own stock in the prison system?
Most of them don't. It's not the thing you think it is, Hovind.
Not just the prison. There's lots of ways.
If any, I don't even know. But I don't think it's the mass conspiracy you think it is, douchebag.
They can own stock in the buses who transport the guys around. Who pays for those? Who pays for the uniforms they wear? Get my book, The Kennel. It's around here someplace.
I gotta turn it into something, where I gotta make it about me. I gotta make it about, the fact that the prison system's so fucked up. Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book.
Yeah, watch that one. Suggest to your congressman they make it outlaw anyone in politics being allowed to own stock in the prison system. Because the longer they lock you up, the more laws they pass, the more people they...
Yep, and let's make sure that we also pass laws that entities that don't pay taxes don't, what's that called? They don't get the benefits of taxes, yes.
Put in jail, the more money they make. Maybe that's why America's got the largest jail system in the world by far. Yeah. Much more larger than China, Russia, North Korea.
Much more larger. Yes, I'd expect the real educated person to say much more larger.
Much larger. Maybe that's why. Get my book, The Kennel.
Maybe that's why. Also, ignoring, the fact that we are the third most populous nation on the planet. That handles some of the statistics, and then other stuff is its own multifaceted issue.
Yeah, you'll see about that. Okay?
That isn't what Hovind thinks it is. Ever been to the site where Noah's Ark is? No, and no one has Adam Ryan Arthur. Because Noah's Ark never fucking existed. Well, my friend Ron Wyatt went. You got to go to his wife. She's married now, blah, blah, blah. But, he saw it.
So they don't want me as president. You ever been to one site where Noah's Ark is? No, I've not. Is this chat live?
Wow, that's fucking... Would you idiots stop asking if this shit's live? Or no, even better, Joseph, stop putting it fucking on there. Critic reference made the stream worth it. Hell yeah. I've got to throw out a buy my book. Buy my book. I'll be good.
Yep. Were angels created to exist outside of time? I don't think so. They were made either on day 1 or day 2. We know that all the angels rejoiced when the foundation...
State of the Union straight off his PowerPoint, and he goes on talking about circumcisions
of the earth were laid. I take that to be day 3 when God made the dry land appear. We know that at the end of day 6, God looked at everything and said, it's very good. No, angels had not fallen. We know that from Ezekiel 28 and Isaiah 14, Lucifer, who became Satan, was in Eden. And Eden wasn't made till day 6. And
in the Garden of Eden, baby. Hey, Marge, remember when we used to make out to this hymn? If you have never listened to the entirety of In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, you need to. With a black light on. And whatever substances you enjoy that make you feel all loosey-goosey.
He rejoiced. He was a good guy. I think he probably fell from heaven after, maybe 100 years later. I cover that on video number 7 also. Okay.
If they can't own stock in the prison system, they can't own stock in the oil industry, the pharmaceutical industry, any industry. Yep.
Climate change. Well, come on down south. It's warmer down here.
Yeah, Dino Lamp is straight up fucking gone. It sucks, man. I don't know if they just decided not to move it, if they did it to spite me or what.
I think, certainly, I don't think man can affect the environment like they claim they can.
Yes, of course. In the Garden of Eden by Ron Butterfly. You'll clean these organ pipes that you have befouled with your popular music.
Most of the climate change hoax is to get more government regulation on people.
Of course it's a conspiracy, Kent.
They want to tell you what you can and cannot do and how far you can drive your car.
Oh, yes, but the religious people, they don't want to tell you what you can and cannot do.
Stuff like that. If you burn a lot of stuff and produce carbon dioxide, yeah, the plants love that. when they burn fossil fuel, the plants next door grow faster and absorb it right away.
Yeah, the biomass is not able to handle the amount of free carbon in the atmosphere. It doesn't work that way. There's only so much that can be captured. And that carbon is now going to stay in active circulation where it was once contained in the earth. That's the problem. The carbon ain't going anywhere.
I don't think we could hurt the environment.
Tell that to the hole in the ozone layer. Tell that to the oceans filled with trash. Tell that to the miles and miles of rainforest that just disappear every fucking day. Tell that to the species that have gone extinct. What the fuck, Kent? What the fuck? Oh, right, I forgot. You don't give a fuck about anything.
Well, like they're claiming. Plus, it's an excuse for more government. It's communism 101.
No, fuckface. It's not. You want to learn about communism? You want to learn about actual socialism, Kent, and not the bullshit that you think it is? Ask me.
Control the people.
Has absolutely zero to do with controlling the people.
My question is on free will or predestination. Well, God's already decided he wants everybody saved, but then he gave us free will, so we have to decide if we want him.
Bart sold his soul, and that's just swell. Now he's going straight to hello, operator, give me number 9. Everyone, grab a crewmate. Ooh, I pick Martin. Yep, we're at the stage where I'm quoting The Simpsons.
Our choice. Sabrina, is it possible its foundation is water, and we're in a snow globe? I think we used to be, Sabrina. I covered that in video number 2. There was a crystal canopy over the top of the atmosphere, water above the firmament.
Yeah, that's the phrasing. Rosina, carbon sinks are full.
And it says the firmament is
Instead of shitters full, carbon sinks are full.
where the birds fly. Okay, Genesis chapter 1. So that's gone. I think that fell down at the time of the flood. I believe it was crystal ice, 2 or 3 fingers thick, pure ice, super cold. And when it shattered, when the fountains of the deep broke open, it shot stuff up and shattered that canopy. Being super cold ice, it was magnetic, and it's got sucked in and
Very good point, Maria. He doesn't care about his grandchild, but then he doesn't have a relationship with them.
dumped on the North and South Pole. So we had an instant ice age. Probably first.
Man, Laura made it all the way to the end. Glad you stuck around, Laura. Much love.
Couple of weeks of Noah's flood. At the poles, it's snowing like crazy. And the rest of the, down at the equator.
No, Kent. You know Antarctica is a desert, right? You know that, Kent, do you?
Equator is still warm. So, yeah, I cover that in video number 6 of my series. You believe near-death experiences, like letting your wife drive?
Ooh, more misogyny. You love to hear it. Oh, wait, no, you don't.
Does your wife drive?
Not yet.
Not yet? Coming from the Philippines.
Season 6 Simpsons I love. 6, 7, 8, that's actually really kind of my favorite time. I love original stuff, don't get me wrong. But 6, 7, 8, those have a real soft spot for me. It was just like it was just the age I was at. He's slowly losing the fight with reality.
What?
Had one of those today.
You had one of those today? Yeah.
Yeah, he says that a lot, but it's a load of crap. There's a slight magnetic property due to the nature of water molecules. But that's it. It's extremely slight. You need ridiculous fields to actually do anything remotely close to what he's proposing. So it's just, there's no way.
Sure, everybody can have the experience. Now, what happens, do you see the life flash in front of you and stuff? I don't know. I've never had that happen to me. So I hear the stories, they sound legit. Tribulation question. Christ followers not appointed to wrath. I agree. But will have tribulation. I agree. What does the scripture say? No one knows the day or time mean. That means nobody knows the
Another very good point. Kent, why do women have lower insurance rates than men? Kent, why is that, huh? Oh, I know, it's a fucking conspiracy. It can't be because women tend to be safer drivers, whereas men are universally pretty goddamn reckless. I say that exaggerating, but you know, the statistics don't lie.
Day or time. That I think we can know the season.
See, it's just like me. No one knows the date or time of a Yamato stream. You just know it's gonna happen.
I think we can realize we're getting close, but to know the exact day and the exact time, you know, Lord's coming. There have been groups in the past, God's coming back on April 17th at 2 in the afternoon. They sell everything, go stand on a mountain, and it doesn't happen. How many times is that? Many times.
You know, I did that once, and it turns out it was just an elaborate promotion for a shopping mall opening. True story. Ask Otaku. He knows it.
Make a fool of himself. Okay, channel the Thought Lab. Missed the previous, just came on. Character of Abraham. Please summarize what was. No, I'm not going to cover the whole thing again. You go
God, what a prick.
back and watch the video. Hit rewind. Bobby, can you please take down that weird Pope-looking guy behind you?
Ha ha ha! Oh God, it's Joseph's wife. Yeah, Joseph's wife. Bobby Shackelford, anyone? Bobby, are you daring to tell Kent what to or not to do?
Bobby.
And there's Joseph laughing his ass off, rightfully so.
That's Simon Dan. He thinks if he says it, it's true. He speaks
But Hovind doesn't think if he says it, it's true, even though that's exactly how the fucker operates. And Dan cites actual fucking, facts. He repeats actual fucking facts. You repeat bullshit.
cathedra all the time. He says evolution is true. Oh, yes, Pope, yes. So, Joseph,
Hovind says there's a God. Oh, yes, Kent, of course.
this is your wife. Can you get her under control?
I'm not, she don't like to float in.
Bobby. Is that better? Okay, we'll take down.
Yes, Otaku, the angel that revealed the prophecy of the end of high prices. I love that Stephen Jay Gould is in that episode, and he says the test results were inconclusive, and then at the end is like, I didn't really run the tests. He just completely lied. Oh, rest in peace, you crazy bastard. Also, yes, that was another Simpsons reference. We're knocking them out today.
Put him back up for tomorrow. All right. Any other?
Yeah, just that last question. Right?
Any other requests, ma'am? Yes. What?
God, I hate that bullshit. When you ask something reasonable to somebody and they give you that kind of crap, it's like, fuck you, man.
So many Democrats, atheists. I think maybe the two are different, same meaning, different languages. Democrat.
No. You're going to have a lot of people on the left who happen to be atheists because we tend to be smarter. We tend to be less religious as a side effect of being smarter. That's the real key thing, is that people who are intelligent tend to be naturally left-leaning and tend to be less religious. It's almost as if there's a direct correlation.
Atheist. So. I can make you a bigger Simon Pope Dan sign if you'd like. Oh, Justin. No. Then Bobby will be upset with me. She's my secretary. I don't want her mad at me. You kidding? What do you think about the hydroplate theory? I love it. I think it's awesome. Walt Brown's book I have right here. Very hard to find. Get them on Amazon for $10 million or something. It's really, really good. I cover that on video number 6, the hydroplate theory. That's a long story for tonight. Richard.
You ever go to the moon?
I didn't, but yeah, a lot of people did.
Yes, that would be the episode You Only Move Twice. Hank Scorpio. Good episode. I like it. It's not one of my favorites, but the fan base really loves it. Oh, yep, there we go. Guest star Albert Brooks as Hank Scorpio. Oh, I didn't know who did the voicing. Nice.
There was one.
For what it's worth, my episode is actually one that a lot of people like. I found out recently. King Size Homer. That's my favorite Simpsons episode.
Guy on TikTok says 73 isn't old. Just ask Methuselah.
73 what now?
Isn't old. Ask Methuselah.
Is 73, say that slower.
He's saying 73 is not old.
73 is not old. Oh, no, I feel great.
You like Trump?
I like Trump. Yep.
Favorite Bible verse?
You would like Trump.
Joshua 24:15. If it seems evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you whom you're going to serve. I'm going to serve
All the Denver Broncos.
the Lord. You do whatever you want to do.
Well, seriously, and on a serious note,
My wife just passed away. How do I cope with losing her? I prayed, brother. The only verse that might bring some comfort is Isaiah 57, verse 1. Isaiah 57:1 says, the people who die now are better off than the people who face what's coming.
Well, I'm not going to say what the obvious conclusion to that logic is, but come on, Kent.
Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss, brother, but hang in there. Now you're qualified.
Yes, I am Yamato. How are you doing, Ian? Hope all is well. I don't know.
To start a ministry to help a whole lot of other people who've had the same thing happen to them. 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 3 and 4. Read that one. All right, let's pray. Heavenly Father, bless this brother as he goes through this time of grieving. Use all this to draw him close to you, Lord.
Fuck you, Kent.
Wife's up there rejoicing, saying, honey, it's fine. It's real fine. So
This sucks. Wild Bards Can't Be Broken is the 11th episode of the 10th season of The Simpsons, aired on Fox January 17th, 1999, when Homer, Barney, Lenny, and Carl drunkenly vandalized Springfield Elementary. Blame it on the children. Post-curfew, yes. Yes, that's a great one. And at the end, they start parodying that movie that was creeping everybody out. That's a great one.
just give him comfort, Lord. We're compassed about with a great cloud of witnesses. Lord, my mom and dad up there watching me. 3 of my children up there watching me.
Fuck your dad. Fuck your mom. I'm not going to say shit about the kids who apparently died. That the miscarriages. That fucking sucks. So I'm not going to go there. I have some decency left in me. But fuck everyone else in your family, Kent.
I pray that you'll help us just to run the race like we're supposed to now. In Jesus' name. Amen.
What race are you talking about, Kent?
All right. Tomorrow night. Not sure if I'm going to do one more Abraham or not, so I can't announce it. Just show up. Okay? Thank you. Bye.
Drop dead. Hovind. Okay. Anyway. Ken has no empathy, right? What the fuck is he praying? Yeah, seriously. Hell yeah, thanks for the shout out. Oh yeah, no, you're fine. I try to mention people. I've seen a lot of faces that I hadn't seen in a while, or and especially since YouTube changed the name thing. It hit me, the name thing as well. Why YouTube has switched to the handles as opposed to showing our posted names. Imposters. People pretending to be, big YouTubers and such. With the account handle, that's it. You can't have the same account handle as somebody. I still think that's kind of stupid, but it's a thing. So I don't know. Did those kids have the breath of life? If not, they're probably not in heaven. Very good point. And what about the kids at the pool and DAL? Yeah, seriously, Kent doesn't care about that. Dad had a great time, though. Or the kids had a great time. Well, the ones that lived. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, and you're welcome, stream and company. I mean, that's really more to the chat and stuff. But yeah, everyone's always welcome here. This is a very, very inclusive place. At least we try to be, unless you're a fucking idiot. But we'll take that in its own time. All right, that's the end of that. I am gonna hop off here and play some Guild Wars. It's past midnight UTC, so the daily reset has occurred. So I'm gonna have some fun with that. And yeah. Everyone have a great night, day, whatever. Much love. Later. Oh, hang on. I gotta read Otaku's comment. Recently I had a theory that Jesus Christ is just a metaphor for Optimus Prime, so that's what I chose to believe. Good point. Valid logic. Don't see a flaw in it. 10 out of 10. Later, everyone.